What we got here, we got yellow as heat, got blue as reversing valve, we got purple as defrost, red is power, and brown is common. Seems simple enough, right? Now let's go ahead and get to wiring. And we got this this one wire that is attached to these right here. This is black, otherwise known as ACC plus or Y2. From my base knowledge. What I like to do is I like to get the more complicated ones out of the way. Like this isn't a wire that you'd see on an everyday system. It's more of just a handy feature. Alright. Yellow. Then I like to do yellow with purple.
White with purple?
White with purple, my bad. White with purple, just so you know. Everything that doesn't match up, I can take care of it first. I hate it when they don't fray the wires all the way. Makes it a little obnoxious, but why we have wire strippers in the first place, am I right? Now when I do wire up anything, I recommend that you give it the good old-fashioned Yanni twist. Yanni twist is just you twist it around like so. So you make sure nothing breaks. Not too much though, or you'll snap the copper inside of this wire nut. Just give it enough so you know that it ain't going nowhere, man. Alright, what we got left? We got blue as reversing valve, orange as reversing valve. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Alright. Pop it in. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Give it the good Yanni twist. And we're in. Alright, what we got next? Go ahead and do common. Brown is common, blue is common from the thermostat. I'm gonna trim this up because you don't want too much copper showing. You just want enough that it'll get in there, you know? There we go. And this is our high voltage wiring. I'll show you guys what to do with that here in a second. This is where the most of the power comes from, but it's the easiest part to do. You got yellow and yellow, which is for heat. Go ahead and hook those bad boys up. Nice and tight. No loose wires. Can't have anything ground out on all this metal in here. Pop a fuse or blow a breaker. Alright, last we got here is red and red. Simple enough. Red is power from the condenser, red is power from the thermostat. Let's go ahead and hook it up. There we go. Get in there. Sometimes you gotta wrestle with them a little bit. I love to always go ahead and triple check, make sure all my connections are nice and tight. Can't afford to mess up on these things. They're actually, believe it or not, these units are a pretty penny. Alright. Go ahead and start fraying these off. Like I said, strip the wires first so it's out of the way. Don't have to worry about it. And now, you're not gonna want to You're not gonna want to do that. Spill all your wire nuts. That's not what you want. What you do want to do is grab this right here, a good old-fashioned flathead. And as you can see, and take a quick look in here real quick, this is the contactor. This is pretty much the transformer. Gets the power where it needs to go, which is the compressor and the fan motor, pretty much for a condenser. Go ahead.
What is that contactor? A big on-off switch?
It pretty much is. If this thing were to be hooked up right here, and I need to test the system, see if it had power, just went over here, push this in, the unit should start right up. If not, you know, you got a problem with this contactor. Go ahead and twist this up. It does not matter which way that these wires go in, as long as they're in. Make sure you shove them up there nice and good and tight. This part can take a little bit of finagling. Really make sure it gets up there. Alright, once you got it up there as much as it's gonna go, you tighten that sucker. Get it nice and tight. If this grounds out on anything, you're not just having a pop fuse, you're having a pop breaker, potentially burned house, yada yada, etc., etc. All that good happy stuff. Go ahead and bend this up. I know you guys are probably thinking, why didn't I just trim this up? You never know how much you're really gonna need until you really need it, you know, lengthwise for a wire. So I usually just fold them up. And it's not really bothering anybody if it's a little long. Just gotta make sure nothing's touching metal on metal. Get in there. Just keep on untightening it until you get a path in. This one's wanting to be a little difficult. That's alright. Continue to untighten it. Sometimes a regular pair of wire strippers can really come in handy. Help you get that sucker up in there. Just make sure you don't break the rubber lining. Alright, got that in there. Go ahead and tighten it up. Tighten that sucker up. And what you didn't get to see me do off camera is put in this ground wire. It's simple enough. Make sure that nothing surges and fries your disconnect. Alright. Now at the end of this, before I wipe my hands clean, I always like to quadruple check everything. Make sure everything's tight. These especially, as tight as I can get it without breaking the screw. Let me use my Phillips bit. Get more leverage on it. There we go. As tight as possible. All right, and that, my friend, is how you wire up a condensing unit.